You caught me dancing to my music. Good morning, beautiful. And welcome to a little bit of makeup and a whole lot of Jesus. Well, we're going to spend about the next 45 minutes together putting on our makeup and having some beauty on the outside and some beauty on the inside with an easy, full face, a step-by-step makeup tutorial. The foundation verse for this podcast is Psalm 119, verse 11. I have hidden your word in my heart that I might not sin against you. Now, last week, we worked on a verse from Psalms. We're going to stay in the Psalms this week, too. But last week, our verse, let me get that on there for you. When I am afraid, I put my trust in God, whose word I praise. In God I trust. I shall not be afraid. And that comes from Psalm 56, 3 and 4. Now, I am super excited about our verse this week. We're actually going to string together a few verses because, I know I've told you before how much I love scripture and song. And so this is from one of my favorite songs. So we're going to be starting out at the top of the section, even though it's not really the top of the song, but Psalm 34:3. Oh, magnify the Lord with me and let us exalt his name together. Psalm 34:3. And I believe the name of the song is actually Psalm 34. So let me see if I can do that for you. Because it's not the beginning of the song. It's somewhere to jump in the middle. There was an old song in the 70s and it's like so in my way. Maybe y'all remember this. I can't remember who it was that did it. It might have been a Dennis Jernigan. Anyways, it was, oh, magnify the Lord with me and let us exalt his name together. It's not that one. It starts out, oh my goodness. Okay, well, maybe I'll have it by the end of the time. Now I got that other song stuck in my head. Anyways, let me get that off your screen for you. By the end of the thing, maybe we'll have it together. I may have to look up Psalm just to remember, because I think this is like the chorus to it. And so, anyways, we'll be able to do that later on. So our theme this week is going to be an easy step-by-step in green and purple. I know it sounds a little weird. They sound almost like opposing colors, but hang with me because I assure you it's going to be beautiful in the end. And remember, you can always do any of these with any set of colors. Just make sure you're staying within the color spectrum of what we're talking about, between the lights and the darks, between opposing or complementary. And so today we're doing, these are opposing colors, about the same intensity level. So that is what we're going to be working on. Let me get this scrolling across the bottom of your screen for you. I'm going to be using two different Juvia's Place palettes today. We'll talk about that as we come along. And remember that we've got the Color Me James book coming up. So excited. Did some work on it last night. Had to trim down a bunch of pages, but you know what? It's all good. So when that gets finished, it is going to be amazing. I have now opened the chat. I'm so sorry I have not addressed you all. Good morning. It is so good to have you all hanging out with me. Oh, New Zealand. I don't know if I've seen that before. Okay, nice to have you with us this morning. Welcome. Man, New Zealand, you're like up in the middle of the night. Do you have a night job? Well, maybe we'll get an answer as we go along. Okay, so we're going to try out a couple of new things today. I mean, I've been using them for a minute, but I want to share with you a new foundation I've been using. Absolutely love it. And we finally got my shade in. Yay! All right, so let's jump in. We have to start by getting the primer, the face ready to go. So we are going to be using the Urban Decay. It's actually upside down. There you go. The Urban Decay. This is the all-nighter primer. The face. There we go. One pump is literally all you need. We're just going to work that between the two fingers there. Any place where you've got fine lines and wrinkles, uneven texture in your face, maybe your foundation has a tendency to separate a little bit, this is your best friend. This is going to minimize those pores. It is going to minimize those fine lines and wrinkles. Use it right around the edge of your lips. It's going to extend the wearability of your lipstick and help it to not bleed in or out. All right. And you can feel as you do, it's going to give you just a little bit of tack. A pleasant tack, not like overzealous tack. Okay. And we're going to do our concealer. For me, this is going to be the It Cosmetics by Under Eye. I am the shade 11. I think it's light nude. Yes. Light nude. What am I looking for? My finger. It's on my hand. It's connected. Oh my gosh. I just snorted. Okay. That, if you ever want to know how to tell if I'm actually laughing at a joke that's like a ha 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 joke, it's whether or not I snort. So, two things. I lose my breath and I start sounding like that old cartoon dog. That's one thing. And then the second thing is I'll snort. Okay, so just a little bit of this is going to go a long way. So any place that there is something you don't want, a color you don't want, this is going to even out the playing field so that your colors you do want come to the forefront. So we're going to get that in the corners there because I got some dark stuff happening. We're going to get that around here. We're going to get the redness on the top of the nose. It's going to kind of extend out onto the cheek to remove the redness there. This is just a great concealer. And it does better to blend out when it has been warmed up a little bit to your body temperature. So we're going to let that set for just a minute. And then we're going to use, this is an It Cosmetics foundation brush. This was, what's the deal with me? Things upside down today. This was one I think this was like a holiday exclusive. Anyways, maybe you can find it on Amazon or something. It's in the shape of a star again. Like the bristles, they're nice and dense. So you don't lose a lot of your foundation and concealer into the bristles. Okay, so we're going to blend out that concealer now that we've given it a chance to set and warm up a little bit. And then we're just going to blend that out using that as a primer on our lid. Help your colors pop. And then under the eye. Under the eye, you're doing it, I know it's like moving, but you're doing it gently. You do not want to tug like, we don't want to make wrinkles while we're trying to hide wrinkles. So use a gentle pressure. Let the bristles do their work. Okay, you can see everything's kind of even now. We've removed a lot of the darkness. And this I'm excited to share with you. This is the new foundation from Urban Decay. This is called Face Bond. Let me tell you what I love about this. If you have combination skin, you know our struggle is constantly controlling oil, minimizing separation, getting great coverage, but not being like gunky and dense on you. This is your new best friend. This is the Face Bond foundation from Urban Decay. It touts that you don't need a setting powder, that it sets. I will encourage you though, if you're a combo skin, use a setting powder. But you're going to let it dry down just a little bit first. So very lightweight, wonderful coverage. It doesn't take very much to go a long way. It goes on smooth and gentle, and then it dries down and it just hangs tough. I've not had a single bit of separation with this. Now, everybody's skin is different, so that doesn't mean it's, whatever is not going to happen with you. Experiment with yourself. Remember, Ulta's got a 60-day return policy, so come try it out. And if it doesn't work for whatever reason, then you can exchange it for something else. I assure you, I've got enough foundation in the store to find something that your skin will love and that you will love. Okay, so back to the face bond. We are going to shake it up just a little bit before we get going. The lid just pops off. Don't try to twist and screw and all that business. It just pops off. Okay, so we're going to get just a little bit in here. About that much. Okay, that might be a little too little. We're going to do, there we go. Just a little bit. So we're going to take it and we're just going to tap it. Get it in the big spots. Get it where you mostly want it. Did I already say I was shade 5? Yeah, we've had the foundation for a while, but we didn't have shade 5. I tried 7, but 7 was a little too dark. And then I think it was 4 was the next one down. No, maybe it was 3. It was just a little too light. I tried it though, but the 7 I could get away with. The 3 or whatever it was, that was just too light. I look like Casper. Okay, and this is a medium buildable foundation. So first time through, you're going to see you get a nice pleasant coverage, and depending on what it is that you're doing, you could leave it just like this. Now, if you want a full coverage, just do that whole thing again. For today, I'm going to leave it just like that. And then see, look when you get in there. Oh my goodness, it's just such nice coverage. Okay, I didn't mean to make you look at my nose. There you go. Right? Okay, so we're going to be setting that today with the hourglass as the hourglass veil. And this does a really good job with combination skin. When you tip it upside down and tap it, it leaves everything that you need right in that little reservoir. What is going on with my words today? Okay. We're going to tap just the pointy tip of that in there. And then let's get set around our eye area first. Setting that powder that we put, the foundation that we put up on our lid. And then working all around the eye. And remember, that's just a gentle tapping. Now we're going to switch it over to the large end of our puff. Oh, I didn't say. This is the Beauty Blender puff. Love this thing. It's got like the band on the back. Then you got the puffy side on the other side. It grabs just enough. Sets it exactly where you want it. Very soft. Love this puff. Not too... some of them get a little like poof, and you end up with powder all over your room. Expensive dust, I call it. There you go, getting around that nose. All right. Now we're going to move to our contouring. We are going to be using the Hoola bronzer. And this is just a nice, kind of a cool, warm blend. It's just a pleasant kind of middle ground. So we're going to be using this brush from It Cosmetics. This is actually a foundation brush. This is going to be our bronzer. This is going to be our highlighter. So we're going to start out with the flat end of it. We're going to go from the top of the ear, kind of curve down to, we're going to here, but you're going to stop it about there. Right about where the center of your pupil is. We're going to still use the flat side. Get along that hairline. Now we're going to switch to the edge. Keeping a neutral face, you're going to work from the ear to about right here. And still using that edge, we're going to shape our nose. All right. Now we're going to use our highlighter. I was very disappointed. I ordered a Juvia's Place highlighter. I so wanted to share it with you all today, but it hasn't come yet. So I'm going to be using the MAC highlighter that my cat dropped. So it's a little on the crunchy side. This is the Double Gleam Extra Dimension Skin Finish from MAC. Still works though. Using the fluffy end. We're going to work across the top of that cheekbone and right beside the eye socket on that temple. And then down the center of the face, making sure we hit that Cupid's bow. There we go. I am going to be using the Juvia's Place Volume 4 because you know I love that. I almost was going to use one of their liquid blushes. I changed my mind. I don't want to drag out another beauty blender. Okay, so Blushed Volume 4. We got a lot of stuff going to be happening with our eyes today, so we're going to use this lighter one to detract from the cheek and to accentuate the eye. So these are very pigmented. You're literally just going to tap a couple of times in there. We're going to work between the bronzer and the highlighter, and then between the bronzer and the highlighter up the top side of the temple. A little on the forehead. And whatever's left on the brush, tip of the nose, chin. Just a little bit of color there. All right, ta-da! Your contouring is now done. Okay, we are going to move on to our lips. But first, let's say our verse together. Okay, it is scrolling across your screen for you. Oh, magnify the Lord with me. Let us exalt his name together. Psalm 34:3. All right. I am using so I told you green and purple. So the lips are going to be purple today. This is a NYX Suede matte lip liner. And this is in the shade Amethyst. Okay. So we are going to really ride on that lip line to use all the real estate we possibly can. And then we're going to come back in with the lipstick. And just start out by lining that outside edge. Get you a nice V here. And then round that out to the corner. I almost use my hand on my chin. If you're ever trying to like draw a circle and you don't have a compass or it's too big, you know how you take like something like a pencil or a screwdriver or something and stick it in the center, tie a string to it, and then, you know, draw it around. That's almost what my hand is doing set on my chin, so I get a nice round out there. My finger is staying right here the whole time. Okay, now that we've got the outside line done, we're going to take the pencil, draw a line just to the inside with just a little bit lighter pressure, just so that we can fill out those lips a little better. And we're filling in almost the whole lip for today because the lipstick that I'm wearing doesn't have as great a wearability as some others, but I just love it. I think it has like an 18-month to expiration, and I'm probably outside of that, but I don't care. I love this. I need to see if I can get it from them directly or something. So this is a lipstick by Oma. This is a line called Black Magic, and this one is called Allure. And I hope you can see the glittery goodness that is in this lipstick. That whole Black Magic line, let me tell you, it is just gorgeous. There is a gold that is jaw-dropping. There is a red that just makes you salivate. They're just beautiful. So if you haven't checked out the Oma, didn't really care for a whole lot other of their line, but did love their lipsticks. Okay, and the other thing cool, the lipstick case, is magnetized, so it always stays. Okay, so back to our lips. Here we go. Yes, I will try to find a link for you and put that in the show notes. It might be difficult, but let me see what I can find for you. I told you it was pretty. I mean, can you see that sparkle? Ah, it's just beautiful. I love it. That was actually, mine had run out, and that was a gift from one of my managers, Sayward. So thank you, Sayward. Okay, so let's move on. Now that we've got our lips done, we're going to move on to our eyes. Like I said, I am so excited to be sharing this look with you. The greens and the purples are just amazing. So we're going to use two palettes. The first one we're going to use is the Nudes. The Nudes is primarily only going to be up here on that brow bone. And then we're going to be using Zulu. This is Zulu from Juvia's Place. These colors are just beautiful. The colors shades don't have names, so I'll just point them out as we go along. So let's start out first. We just need I'm going to do this one here. We just need a nice fleshy neutral color. So whatever the pigmentation of your skin is, you're going to find an eyeshadow color that's about that same shade. A little bit lighter will be fine. So we're just going to use it all over shadow brush. And you're going to get that fleshy color in there. And then we're just going to blend that out up on that brow bone. And we're just hitting that very top part right there. Same thing on the other side. So it's like it's kind of a colorless color. It's just going to give us something to blend into. All right. And we are going to use an angled brush now. Looks like this. And we're going to be using the flat face of it. So we're going to start. Oh, let me get the right palette out now. Okay. So we're going to go to Zulu. And here's where we're going to be using. So in Zulu, we're going to be using this right here, kind of a peridot color. We're going to use the purple right here. Let's use this one right here. And maybe a tidge, like a little. You're not going to really see yellow, but we're going to use it just for some shading. Okay, so we're going to start out here in this one. So we're going to take that nice kind of aqua color, and you're going to get it just on the face of that brush. And let me see if I can. There we go. New palette. Not quite ready. Okay. We're going to work on that brow bone right there. And I mean eye socket bone. There we go. Word, mouth, brain. There we go. And we're just going to get that nice and colored. Making sure we bring that up. Okay, when you open your eyes, you want to be able to see that color peeking out above your lid. It needs to be above your fold there. So if you have hooded eyes like I do, you're probably going to need to bring it up a little bit higher. If you've got a different shape of eye where you've got an elongated lid, then you probably don't need this much. So just look at the real estate you have on your eye and work with that. We're going to take our brush and just work out any fallout that might have happened. I just like to do this between every color, and then it can happen. Okay, now we are going to either you need to clean off the brush that you just used, or you need to grab another angle brush. Your call how you're doing that there. I'm gonna grab a secondary one, and so again we're gonna be using the face of that, and we're gonna go into this green color right here. Actually, I take that back. Let's do the purple first. Let's go into this one right here. So that purple, it's going to go on the face of that angled. And we're going to go from halfway to the outside corner. And we're going to go all the way up to meeting that aqua that we just laid down. And if you want to go just a little bit over that middle so you have something to blend with, that'd be awesome. And we're going to start out with just the lid, and then we'll come down and do the under the eye here in just a moment. Okay. And you're literally just going over the area until you get the depth of color that you want. Okay. Dust off any fallout. Now we're just going to take a regular normal shadow brush, and on the face of it, now we're going to be using this color here. There you go. Look at that. Yeah, I would call that like a peridot. And we're going to get the inside. And you're going to get it halfway across, so overlap that purple that you did. Same thing on the other side, making sure you're getting it all the way to that inside corner. And then we're going to work it over the edge where those two colors come together, giving a nice blend. So I've got that blend right in the middle of the eye. Okay. And let's take the purple brush and let's just kind of blend that. I did not add any shadow onto it. I just blended that out a little. And then to blend out the blue, I'm going to take that shadow brush that I had. I'm going to tap it. Let's tap it in this. I just need something a little bit. Let me see what color that is. Yeah, let's do that one. We're going to use that one. And right where those two colors meet, it's just on the tip. We're just going to blend that out. Nice. So when you do that, it's going to dilute the inside just a little bit. So I'm going to come back with the edge of that brush, and I'm just going to go over the inside, right where it's meeting that. We're just going to fan that out a little bit to increase that color. Okay. That's the top part. Okay. Look at that. Don't you just love that green going against that? Okay. So I'm going to add a little bit of liner, and then we'll do the under part. So I am using the NYX retractable eyeliner, and this is in the shade Black. We're going to go from the outside edge to about the middle with this. There we go. And then on the underside, we're going to go from the outside edge to just past the middle a little bit. Okay, I can't actually see that. So let me grab the magnifier. There we go. Outside edge, thin line, thin line. Outside edge to just past the middle. There you go. Okay, now that we've got that, we can actually begin to work out the bottom color. And okay, there we go. So you're gonna need a smudger for this, and I like an elongated smudger as opposed to, let me see if I got one over here, like a round tipped, bullet tipped one. So for what we're going to be doing here, I'm going to be using this one. We're going to be using the flat edge of this. I'm going to stay in that Zulu palette. And first thing we're going to do is work with the purple here. And you're just going to take the tip of that and just get a little bit on that tip. We're going to work right along where we just put that liner and bring that color out. We're going to work it up over the edge there. You're going to go about 3/4 of the way across with that. And then up. Okay. We are going to switch to a liner brush, and we're going to use that yellow that I talked about. So we're going to be in that one for just like a little smidgy. So just on the face of it, we're going to get right there in the corner and bring that over to that purple. Then I want you to get it in that green, and we're going to go over that yellow we just put with that green. Just going to brighten it up a little bit. Here we go. Let's see if we got any fallout. I love it. Okay, I'm going to bring that green up just a little bit though. Let's come back in here. Nice. Okay, so get in a little closer, make sure everything is blended nicely, make sure you don't got any funky fallout anywhere. And now we are going to actually, we're going to do the brows first. We're going to use a magnetic eyelashes today. I'm going to give the Glamnetics one more chance. Last week when I tried the Glamnetics, the shadows we had on were a little bit, okay, no, they were a lot of bit glittery. And so it didn't stick that well. So I wanted to give it one more chance just to see if it performed better with just a traditional eyeshadow. So we're going to do that. So I'm actually going to be doing the brows first and we'll do the liner. So for me, I'm using the Festival palette. I am in the shade how do you say that? Wanwoo. This one right here. So use whatever brow product you have. If you are a traditional brow wearer, then you can use your pencil, your fine liner, pomade, whatever it is you got. I'm going to be using this brow brush right here. And literally you just go into the shadow and then fill in your brow brush. It's just like a powdered brow product. And we're just gonna fill in that brow with that fashion color. If you want a little better defined and, more pronounced brow color, you can do a little spray of setting spray. Drag that brush through that, and then that will give you a little more color. I just wanted a little something here. So we're just going to color and shape those brows. There we go. Ta-da! And if you're going to use a brow setter or something like that, you would do that here. I don't have enough hairs to set. All right. So first thing we're going to do is give our lashes a little bit of color. So if you've got black lashes, you can totally bypass this step because you don't really need it. And I just realized I did not bring my lash curler. So you're going to curl your lashes though, because that's going to give them a nice shape. But I realized it's across the house for me. So alas, I'm not going to be able to grab that for you. So give your lashes a curl. We're going to do the timer, just like you're doing the curl on your lashes. Say that verse together, and then we'll put our mascara on. So go ahead and get that lash curler where you want it. Make sure when you're crimping down on that it is not going to pinch your eyelid. If it is, pull it out just a little bit because we don't want to pull out our lashes. And okay, our verse is going across the screen right now. Oh, magnify the Lord with me. Let us exalt his name together. Psalm 34:3. Okay, go ahead and lift up that lash curler and move it to the other side now. Get that perfect spot where it's going to pinch down, but it's not going to pinch your eyelid. Okay, pull it out a little bit if you need to. And let's say that verse again together. Oh, magnify the Lord with me. Let us exalt his name together. Psalm 34:3. Okay, now that you got your lashes all curled, today I'm going to be using the Voluminous. This is the waterproof mascara in the shade of black, or is it extreme black? It is, yeah, just black, just noir. Okay, so we're just going to give a little bit of color to our lashes so that they blend in with the false lashes. So not looking for a whole lot of coverage here. My lashes are kind of clear. So we're going to give a little bit of color so that they blend in. You may have red lashes. You could have blonde lashes like me. Maybe you've got brunette hair, so your lashes are just a little bit of a lighter color. If you give them just a little bit of color to them, it'll help them blend in better with your false lashes. Unless you're wearing a pair of brown false lashes. They have started to do those now that brown is a thing. And we're using that tip just to get in where we want it. All right. Now we're going to do the normal mascara routine on the bottom lashes because we're not doing any false lashes on there. So just working from the edge all the way where your lash meets your skin. Use the tip of your brush so that you can get exactly where you want to go. And then sweep up from the bottom so your tips are covered as well. If you look up a little bit while you're doing your bottom lashes, it will lift your lashes up a little bit so they're not so close to your skin. That way you got a little more space and you don't have to worry so much about touching your face with your mascara wand. Sweeping up on the underside. Using that tip to get in that corner. Okay. And these lashes aren't as full as I usually do. So I'm actually going to do one more coat of mascara just so I can make sure that we've got some nice volume going on here. Okay, and the other side, and then we'll be good to go. Using that tip again to get to that outside corner. Okay, there we go. There we go. So now we got some color happening on our lashes here. I, again, am using the Glamnetic lashes. And this is the XOXO Hugs and Kisses. So that's what these look like here. This is your liner, magnetic liner. And then I am going to use my velour tool so that I can get the lashes off of the little tray. We'll tell you, this is a metal tool. The lashes are magnetic. So make sure that you don't touch too close to the lash magnets or they'll start to magnet to your tool. Or another safe bet would be to use a plastic set of tools so you don't have to worry about it. Okay, so we are going to get the magnetic liner out. Well, maybe we're going to get the magnetic liner out. There we go. Woo! Okay, so you can hear the little balls that are inside there rolling around. So make sure you give a little bit of shake to that so it can mix up and do what it needs to do. And then we're going to line this. Oh, nothing like a good spam comment. Okay, there we go. So this is a wonderful pointy line tip on it. So we're going to go from the inside edge all the way to the outside edge. Just give a nice line. Still feels a little dry, but let's do what we're going to do. We're going to go over it a couple of times. Okay, let's let that one set and we'll do the one line on the other side. I'm going to tip it down and shake it, like how you do like a paint pen. Let's see if that helps it out here. And I'm just going from the outside edge to the inside edge while shaking my pen. Okay, so now we're getting a nice line. I guess maybe I should do like I do with my eyeliner, and I should probably store this tip down. Okay, so we're going to take the lashes, and let me see which side I just grabbed. Okay, so these are, they're not really flared, but I'm just going to try to keep them the way that they are. So now we're going to set it on. Come on. Okay, there's that one. And now let's do the one on the other side. So what happened last week when I wore these? About 2 hours after putting them on, I was at work and I started getting horrible lift on the inside corners. And so I actually had to glue them down because it just, you can't be working in a makeup store and have your lashes lifting in the corner. Okay, so we're going to just press those in to the liner. I did it while the liner was still a little bit wet, kind of in the hopes that that would help it to stay a little bit better. I mean, at this point, they look like they're hanging tough. Okay, I feel like we need a little bit of fill on the underside though. So let's come up under here. Actually, this might be better. Nah, let's do it with this. Okay, we're just gonna do a little tight line happening. Okay, let's say maybe that. Okay, definitely helped with the appearance of them. So, oh, except now, oh, that's always lovely. I blended lipstick onto myself. Okay, I know, right? Crazy, crazy. Okay, so what are we missing now? We have our setting spray. This is the Juvia's Place. This is the Ready, Set, Sealed. Give it a little bit of a shake. We are going to tip our head back. Man, I love the smell of that. I hope they make like a shampoo or something out of that. I don't know what the smell is on it. I don't remember, but it's like a pleasant floral. Oh my gosh, so amazing. I love the smell of that. All right. So I hope you have enjoyed our purple and green tutorial today. Thanks so much for hanging out with me today. I look forward to chatting with you on social media throughout the week. Or better yet, come see me at my store in Midlothian, Texas. So we are going to take a look at our verse that we got going on. Let me get back over to that. There we go. We're going to turn this off and we're going to pull that verse up, and let's see if I can remember how the tune of that goes. Man, I got that other song still stuck in my head. It's I saw the Lord and he welcomed me, and he delivered me. Magnify the Lord with me. Let's exalt his name together. Oh, going on to the next one. Okay. So that's how it is. Okay, so magnify the Lord with me. Let us exalt his name together. Psalm 34:3. So I hope you have fun with that verse this week. You know what? I'll include a link to the YouTube video to my favorite version of that song. So, okay. So yeah, I know now that song between those two, those is not going to be the same for you from here moving forward. Okay. Okay, so you can find a little bit of makeup and a whole lot of Jesus on your favorite podcast platform, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, YouTube, Facebook, you get it. All right, so until we meet again, my friends, let me send you out with the blessing. I know, singing again. I told you I just love scripture and song. So until we meet again, my friends, the Lord bless you and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift his face toward you and give you peace. Oh, Heavenly Father, how much I thank you for everyone that has come and endured today, hung out here with me, Father. I pray that you would help us to celebrate the fact that we are women, child of the King, Father, that we would just enjoy the time that we get to finger paint every single day. I pray that you would bless my brothers and sisters this morning as they are going throughout their life, whether they watch this live or they watch this in a replay. Father, I just pray that you would send an extra measure of blessing on them this week as we continue to diligently work to memorize this verse together. Father, that we would remember to hide this word in our heart and do what the verse says, to magnify you, the Lord, together. In these things we pray, Jesus' name, amen. Well, it has been a delight to hang out with you this week. I hope that you have a marvelous time playing with this tutorial, doing this makeup look with different colors and applications. And I pray that you our weather's supposed to be today is supposed to be beautiful. I hope yours is too. So y'all have a great rest of your week. I'll see you on a little bit of makeup and a whole lot of Jesus.com. Love you.